Hey, great Sunday evening. It is a cool evening in the city of Brownsville. It's not a dry throat. I guess that by now we were expecting to have I guess the hurricane or tropical storm or something starting to go, but I guess that's completely out of the picture. So I mean, we're out of the woods for now in regards to getting slammed by anything that resembles a hurricane. Besides that, it was an awesome day. My eyes are still a little bit glossy, but glossy. That's because I haven't had any sleep. I tried today, just can't get any damn sleep. Frankie, how you doing today?
Good evening, Erasmo. Good evening, world. I had a great Sunday. Early on in the game, it was very frustrating because our Cowboys were losing, but what a great game. I did end up going to La Pitada on Southmost, and you could just feel the energy from the community. Every win is great, but this one was bittersweet. Down 20-0. My phone was blowing up, stating that, oh, the Cowboys, typical year, they're going to start off 0-2. So to do that awesome comeback was just amazing. Also today had a great show, sports talk show with Isaiah Torres, a great individual who is now coaching. As a graduate assistant at the UT Permian Basin. So had a great conversation with him. He gave us some insight into what he should be expecting up there in Odessa, and also gave some great advice as to our student athletes regarding their pursuit of playing collegiate sports. So all in all, it was a great Sunday. Glad to be out in the streets, guys. It's awesome. Just great connection with the community today. The pitada was kind of, I think, something that we needed for football, but more than anything, more for our community. I saw one or two accidents out there, so next time we're out there, let's try and be safe as possible. But all in all, it was a great great Sunday, man.
Yeah, it was good Sunday. So CEOs, the shirts are in. All the shirts are in, and please come pick them up. You can come now if you want. I'm here. Just let me know. If not, tomorrow, anytime. Hey, one thing that I did learn, I didn't get to go to the pitada. I was really dead tired. But one thing that I did learn was that, hey, they're going to start to, there's going to be competition for the best pitada in Brownsville. Starting next week, some friends of mine out there are going to start an Alton Glore Cowboy pitada. I mean, is that even right? I mean, can they actually do that?
I saw that and I was pretty shocked. I was like, what? I think Brownsville, and no disrespect to our friends on Alton Glore, but our friends in Brownsville are committed to Southmost and to the Southmost pitada. It was a great idea from our friends over there, and it's going to be hard to take people away. I'm sure there will be a good crowd over there, but my loyalty, unfortunately, is to the Southmost pitada. So I'll be over there. Maybe I can make 2 trips. Hopefully they win. I believe they got Seattle this coming week. So we'll see how it goes, but we'll see the turnout that they get for next week on Alton Glore.
Well, let's see what happens. So Belinda, keep me posted. I didn't get to go to this pitada, but I was sure as heck wouldn't mind going to the next one. As it'd be interesting to see what transpires. Now, one of the things that y'all need to realize, Castillos, is that when you're starting off something, you might not have a lot of individuals out there. I mean, Southmost pitada has become like massive. But again, it just all depends on starting off something. You might start off slow, but might develop into something a lot larger. Well, Frankie, tonight we have a special guest joining us, Judge Ismael Fonseca, and Judge Fonseca needs hardly introduction. Judge Fonseca, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
It's good to have you, sir.
Thanks for inviting me. Just got off the broadcast with the Real Politics guys.
Oh yeah, you need to avoid that, sir. Roman and Manny, it's the troubled duo, we call them.
It can be fun, though. It can be fun.
No, we actually love Roman. Just Roman doesn't love anybody else, but that's okay. We also somewhat like Manny. Manny's one of the good guys. And Judge, I don't know you ever met Frankie Olivo?
I have not. Nice to meet you.
Likewise, Judge. Likewise.
Let me tell you, Judge, I don't know if you're a football fan, but today, I don't know if you had a chance to watch the Dallas Cowboy game, but let me tell you, it was something other.
I watched the beginning of it, and then I didn't want to watch it anymore. I probably should have stuck around. I probably should have watched the whole thing. I heard it was good at the end.
It was crazy. I mean, it's kind of funny, but here in Brownsville, Judge, we have what's called Southmost Pitada, and it's made national news. Actually,
what is that? I've never heard of it.
It's like a parade that every time Dallas Cowboys win, there's a big old parade down Southmost. Southmost is like one of our, some of our poorest neighborhoods here in the city of Brownsville. I come from Southmost, so I can say that. But the Raza is, very enthusiastic, and miles long, and we start with La Pitada. So I had made no plans to go to La Pitada today. Then, like within the last 2 minutes, it's like, oh my Lord, I should have headed on over to La Pitada. But it's a Brownsville thing.
I'm sure it was a good party then. I'm sure.
Frankie was out there. I actually saw que estaba ya enseñando la panza. I don't know why you permit people to post those kind of pictures when you're out there showing your belly button. It's not a good thing, but to each their own. I wouldn't be showing the belly button, especially since I don't have one anymore. But it's just me. Judge, so you're a judge in what court, sir?
The 464th District Court in Hidalgo County. And I've been there for just over a year, actually. Last weekend was my 1-year anniversary on the bench, and I'm running to keep that seat.
Oh, congratulations, Judge, and good luck in campaigning. Is this I guess this is your re-election bid? So you've done campaigns before, sir?
This is my first one, so it's been interesting, especially because of the pandemic that just threw a wrench in all the planning that had gone into the campaign. But we adapt, and that's what we're doing.
Well, it's very I've run a couple of campaigns before. Actually, this is my 6th one, but I was successful last time around. I was a BISD board member, and right now I'm running to regain the seat, a seat on the BISD board. But it is very, very different. One of the things that I was speaking to one of the board members today. One of the things that's different about this race is, the traditional type of campaigning, the traditional type of politics is out the window.
Right?
You just can't do it. You can't do block walking. You can't do las pachangas. Can't do all those, personal meet and greets. You can't be out there shaking babies and kissing hands. It's just not.
Yeah,
so what do you do, Judge?
A lot of it is, you're right. The best way to really have someone get to know you is looking them in the eye and telling them what you're about, who you are, and what you've done, what you plan on doing. And nowadays, you just can't do that. So, I resort to social media. That's been the best thing to do, is going out there, doing videos, going live, letting people ask you questions. One of the things I tell people on my broadcasts when I go live on Facebook's, I'm doing everything, all of this. I'm doing all these live videos so that you can't say, oh, I didn't know who that was, or I didn't, you haven't told me what you're going to do, or because I'm giving everyone an opportunity to just come on and tell me what it is that they want to know about me. And so that's what I've been doing. That's all I can do right now, because I mean, I don't want to impose on people by knocking on doors and offending anyone. I mean, people don't want to have their hands, don't want to shake hands, open their doors, and obviously we can't be having pachangas. So you do what you can.
Well, when I first started to run, Judge, one of the things that people would tell me was like, "Hey, Erasmo, if you're in a restaurant, you have to go down to every table and give everybody your card and say, hey, my name's Erasmo Castro. I'm running." My first phrase was actually for mayor of the city of Brownsville. "I'm running for mayor of the city of Brownsville. Ventarles un rollo y todo el show." And I was going like, well, and in my mind, back then, this is like 5 years ago, and I said, you know what? I hate it when people bother me when I'm eating, especially to try and sell me something. And,
Right.
politicians, we try to sell a message. It is what it is. And you expect, an audience and to see that they'll accept the message. So I said, you know what, guys, I don't want to do that. So for me, campaigning was never about anything that I didn't like to do. I didn't like to have people knocking at my door. I didn't like to get text messages. I didn't like to get phone calls. I didn't like to go shake hands at people when they were eating. I didn't like that happening to me. So I never did it to anyone else. The way that I won my last race, Judge, was via social media, 100% social media. And this was before the pandemic. And back then, no advertising, no ads in the paper, no nothing really. No mail outs. That's something that I guess one of the things that a lot of people are going to do. I didn't win my race with anything except social media. So this time around, I'm going to guess that I'm personally a little bit ahead of the game in regards to everything going down there.
Right. It sounds like it. You were ready for it before this all started. So good for you.
Well, it's interesting. Let me ask Judge. Hidalgo County right now is going through through some tough times in regards to the coronavirus. How has that changed your practice, your service to the community as judge?
Well, it's really changed everything, because we've had to shut down the courtroom for a while, and for now there are no jury trials. That's really put a strain on the court, because people need to have their day in court, and the jury system is the backbone of our justice system. So without juries, we really can't get a lot done. A lot of cases we have a huge backlog right now. As of now, the earliest we can have a jury trial is in December. So imagine we haven't had, I would have at least one case go to jury trial every month. So now we got to wait till December for that to happen, if at all. But that being said, we adjusted. I was one of the first, if not the first court to go 100% digital in Hidalgo County.
Wow.
So once the governor declared a disaster, I think it was on the 13th of March, but the 13th of March was the declaration. 19th of March, I was fully digital. I had my Zoom account, and I had instructions for lawyers to log on, and hearings have been on Zoom ever since then. So anybody that needs anything, it'll be heard. So
awesome.
Despite, regardless of what happens, I'm going to be here, and I'm going to be doing it.
Well, one of the things that Hidalgo County has done really well, Judge, has done okay. And in comparison to Cameron County, one of the things that Hidalgo County has done a lot better than Cameron County is their number count. One of the things that we've experienced here is a kind of like a misconstrued quote in regards to the number of positives and the number of deaths that we've had because of coronavirus. I think Hidalgo County, if I'm not mistaken, continues to be in a serious situation.
We still are. We're still having close to over 100 people. I think the last numbers which came out Friday were over 200 people that, almost 300 maybe, that tested positive on Friday, or the test came back on Friday confirming, and we had over 20 people die, confirmed deaths on Friday. So we're still not out of the woods yet. It's still a concern, and we still have to take it seriously.
No, just are there any? is there any backlash? Do you know in regards to maybe the judicial part? Any lawsuits that can be brought upon Hidalgo County for implementing a lot of the things that may go against the orders of the governor of the state of Texas?
They can, if they want, they can file lawsuits, but I think that's unlikely because they haven't really been enforced, to my knowledge. So it's not until someone is actually arrested or they get a ticket for it that they can fight it on constitutional grounds or because it goes against what the governor has ordered. So potentially, yeah, it can happen. I just don't know if the sheriff's office or our local municipalities are actually enforcing the orders.
Well, a question from David: if a courtroom pretty much has the same amount of people in there as the classrooms, do you think schools should open or wait until December?
Wow, kids it's different with kids because it's so tough, especially depending on their age group. How do you keep them from touching their face and touching each other? And anybody that has a child knows once school starts, you're bound to get sick at some point because I have two kids. They're petri dishes. That's just the reality of it. So but I understand why some people want schools open. Especially people that are working, single parents, they need to get to work and they don't have either the means or a way of having their kids stay at home and dealing with virtual learning. So for them, it's the only choice that they have is sending their kids. So I understand why some parents would want to have that option. So it's really tough. It's really tough to decide what's the best thing to do. You want to keep them safe, obviously, but you also want to give people an opportunity to have options for their kids.
Well, I think one of the things that has been made very clear by the governor is in regards to the dangerous situation that we're in. A lot of places have eased off restrictions throughout the state of Texas. But one thing that the governor did make mention was that they were not going to ease off restrictions for Rio Grande Valley, Victoria, and Laredo because of the difficult situation that we were experiencing out there. So
Right.
I think one of the things that why David asked the question is that there's is a lot of concern. Something you mentioned in regards to children being petri dishes. One of the things that we see at all ages throughout the school, it's just almost impossible for students not to interact once they're in there, and it's just a lot of teachers, counselors, staff were concerned because a lot of the children, may be asymptomatic in regards to being able to, fight off coronavirus, despite the fact that we've had some teenagers and some children succumb to it. But the concern is that a lot of our people here, they have these underlying conditions because we're Mexican. We're Hispanic, and automatically that gives us conditions. So people are just concerned because of that.
Of course, and like you said, the thing about this virus is that so many people can be asymptomatic, and they end up infecting others without knowing. So it's tough. It's a tough decision to make. I can say I'm glad I'm not the one. I'm glad I don't have to make that decision myself. So,
well, it is a tough decision to make, and we have with us Carlos Elizondo. Carlos Elizondo is also a candidate for the BISD Board of Trustees. Place 7. How you doing tonight, Carlos?
Doing well. How you doing?
Doing good. We have Judge Fonseca with us from Hidalgo County.
So underdressed for tonight. Yeah. I'm so underdressed for tonight.
Well, I jumped to the shower real quick and I combed my hair and I'm here now. So don't worry about
it. You're so used to that real politics, and I've already told them. I said, guys, y'all need to start dressing for the occasion, guys. But Roman doesn't listen to anyone. And I know Roman's out here listening. Love you, Roman. No, but teachers are concerned. A community is concerned. The community is concerned for the teachers. Again, going back into the underlying conditions, just because we're Hispanic, just solely because we're Hispanic, a lot of us, are diabetic. A lot of us, are well, not me because I'm handsome and totally not fat, but there's a lot of my people out there who are overweight, and and it's just one thing after another thing after another thing. And the concern for teachers, I mean, I've literally had teachers walk into my office crying because they're being forced to go back onto campuses, literally crying. And it's a very difficult situation. You try to console as much as possible, but it's a good thing. Carlos, have you had that experience?
Most definitely. I have my wife crying because they're being forced to go to school tomorrow. And just so you know, Erasmo, and I'm sure you've already know this because you know everything. Um, you're like the Aladdin lamp. People just want to wish things because you know everything. But she is going to go to school. She's going to be forced to go to school by her principal and of course the AA. And you know who that is, Erasmo.
Bro,
But
don't go there.
yes, bingo. And they're forcing her to go to school, even though they know that the assistant principal has tested positive for COVID and has been in the building. And they know for a fact that he's tested positive, but they're still going to force over 300 employees to go back to school tomorrow with less than 20 students in the building.
Well, it's crazy. And Judge, the situation that we're experiencing, it's kind of crazy because I'm not. I think McAllen has a better hold of it out there in Hidalgo County. They've taken a lot of the safety measures in order to ensure that individuals, are not going back onto campuses. Here in Brownsville, sir, we've had schools open up and a minimal number of individuals going back onto campus. I'll give you an example. One of our middle schools had 30 individuals on campus, and there was an outbreak. And this is last week, and or 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry, 2 weeks ago. My weeks are crossing each other. 2 weeks ago, with 30 individuals on there, they have an outbreak. They have to shut the school down for about a week. We had a school test positive last week with less than 15 people on campus. And again, cleansing. Rivera is another school that's had a positive, and they've never been shut down. The gist of it is, sir, that with minimal number of individuals on campus before tomorrow, we've already had outbreaks. We've had to close schools, have to disinfect schools. Tomorrow, when we're going to have 300 average individuals on our campuses, the fear is that there are going to be many teachers that are going to be visiting the hospital or the ICU room in a couple of weeks.
Well, it's tough. I pray that doesn't happen, but it seems that it's bound to happen. Unfortunately, you can't contain something by ignoring the fact that it's happening. So I feel for y'all. My sister-in-law and my sister are teachers, and they're not going back. McAllen ISD, for example, has done a great job in dealing with this pandemic. That's the only experience that I have. I didn't know about Brownsville, what they were doing, but McAllen, I'll praise McAllen ISD. They've done a great job so far.
Well, McAllen is doing a great job, sir. Let me tell you, I'm very impressed. Very, very impressed with your superintendent. Very impressed with the leadership out there in McAllen. And it's important. It's important for when a superintendent and his leadership team, when they know that they don't have the resources or the know-how in regards to how to protect staff and students, look around to other districts in the area and see what's working for them. McAllen is doing an amazing job, an amazing job. And our district, not so much. And, I've been following what McAllen has been doing, and not only, the school, but the cooperation between the city of McAllen and the school district, setting up Wi-Fi throughout the city.
It's all throughout the city. You can get, especially in in communities where it's more difficult with lower income neighborhoods, especially. That's been the focus. They really got it going. The city and the district have worked together very well. So I was impressed when they're putting all those wireless network was going up, and it went up quickly, so that to make sure that all our kids get access to the internet, and they're able to get their online instruction. So yes, absolutely. McAllen ISD get 100.
Yeah, I mean, very impressive. I have a question for you. It might be one of those chocolate questions. Judge, since you were appointed by Governor Abbott and seeking re-election of the Republican ticket, what is your opinion of that reopened too soon led to more cases in the RGV?
I think it's a combination of things. I don't think we can pinpoint it on just the reopening too soon, because everything happened around the time of Memorial Day. So it also had to do with the fact that we were visiting with each other's families. It wasn't necessarily just because a restaurant opened or offices started opening up again. It's a combination of factors. I think we need to take some responsibility for what we've done as a community, and not staying away from family. I know it's tough being away from family. I mean, we are a community that likes to have their carne asada on a Sunday, but we should have just refrained from that just a little bit longer, so we could have avoided that. And I don't think, as a community, we did that. And I think most of the cases came as a result of the continuing people just did not take it that seriously at the beginning. Unfortunately,
I agree. I agree. You know, and one of the things that was come out some months ago, we started doing this in March, and it's actually grown substantially. One of the things that would come out in March, April, like, well, we got to blame the president. Oh, well, we got to blame Abbott. And I tell people, stop doing that. It doesn't do any good. Because first of all, y'all know it's damn not true. I mean, look at. I would go to Walmart y andaban ahí las viejas fodongas with 5-6 kids, tirados todos en el piso, grabbing everything, no mask, no nothing, and you con pelucita en el ombligo, and you want to blame Trump? Shut up! Oh, it's Governor Abbott's fault? No, hombre, shut up! It's not true, guys. We have to take responsibility for our own actions, and and get upset with local leadership, because those are the ones that are basically we have the power to actually, have a more direct line of communication with in order to impact the situation that we're living in as a community. I mean, it's very simple. I mean, and then I had the people, well, then you're defending Trump. It's not a matter of national politics. It's not a matter of even state politics. It's a matter of us in our community keeping each other safe. And goodness gracious, guys. And you know what, Judge? One of the things that I first started to see was how screwed up the numbers were in regards to that were being reported by the county. The numbers were screwed up. And that's what really upset me, that Hidalgo is more in tune in regards to producing numbers that are halfway decent. But the Cameron County Court commissioners, Cameron County Commissioner Court, they failed us. They literally failed us. Because I found out that the numbers were all fudged up. And the reason that I found out that the numbers were all fudged up was because I'm constantly on social media. And I would see the black ribbons go bum, 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 bum. And I'm going like, what the hell? I mean, I've counted like 50 ribbons. And all I was hearing from the county is 3 deaths. And I'm going like, number shit up. It's crazy. It's crazy. So you know what I did, Judge? I went to the funeral homes. And I said, guys, what's going on? How many people? He goes, Erasmo, we got 35 bodies in the back. And I go like, what? 35 bodies in the back? So then they started to let me know, like during the 4th of July weekend, it's the one that I went out there on a hunt. Man, I counted 75 dead people in the city of Brownsville. You know how many were reported in Cameron County? 3. And see, when you don't have proper numbers, then you can't make informed decisions. And ultimately, the decisions of our local politicians, they're responsible. And we're responsible. for not adhering to the recommendations that we know that, come on, we know that we have to social distance. We know that we have to, wash our hands and use hand sanitizer and, face coverings.
Sure.
I hate face
Yeah.
coverings.
And just give it just a reminder and educating the public on what you need to do personally and make sure to stop the spread is it goes a long way. But you can't, in my opinion, you can't be blaming everybody else for your own actions. My wife and I, we're still avoiding our families, so because we want to make sure our kids stay healthy right now. So it's a tough decision to make, but everybody's got to do a little bit so that we can all stop the spread. So that's
100%. And again, one of the things that I learned, Judge, from and Carlos, one of the things that I learned from Governor Abbott's speech on Thursday, a press release on Thursday. Let me tell you, I sort of felt that urgency of concern, because we're still considered a danger zone. There's 3 danger zones in Texas, and it's no coincidence that they're all the Valley, Rio Grande Valley, and Laredo. Because we somewhat share about the same culture. Even Victoria. I mean, Victoria es como si estuvieras aquí en el Valle al igual, but it's this general area. But I sense this concern, and now they're going to meet on Thursday with Mike Morath from the TEA, the commissioner, the educational commissioner from the state of Texas, and they're going to see about what are we going to do with our schools already. Well, what bothers me, Carlos, is that there's already school districts here in the Valley that are already doing the right thing. McAllen, we mentioned McAllen is already, doing the right thing in regards to keeping people at home. We mentioned Port Isabel. Port Isabel is going to stay at home for the rest of the school year. Why is it that we seem to always be late in the game, Carlos?
Let me tell you why we're always late in the game. Because we have Rene Gutierrez as the leader, and we have the current board who allows him to keep us in the dark. You're getting a lot of these people. I was just told that there was a teacher that was forced to come in, hyperventilating, panic attacks for over an hour. And who's taking care of them? One nurse at the high school. One nurse. Because these people are not prepared mentally, physically, emotionally to go back into a school district that has no guarantee that they will not succumb to the coronavirus. And not only that, but they were not going to guarantee that they're not going to pick it up here and take it back to their family members. And then someone at home is going to die from it. Emails are going right now. We speak right now, Judge. As we speak right now, emails are going out telling employees of the school district, the biggest school district south of San Antonio, and telling them you must report to school tomorrow. Right now, it's 9:33, Erasmo, and they're barely giving out these emails. How are you going to prepare for these teachers, these counselors, these employees of the school district to make sure that their kids are safe at home, yet have to go to school tomorrow because they're being forced to? How do you do that?
Well, one of the things that I think is really and Judge, again, you may not be familiar with what's going on in Brownsville in that respects, but our folks received a memo from the superintendent on Friday, basically stating that teachers didn't have to come back onto campus. Didn't have to come back to campus if they didn't have any students. So what happened was a lot of teachers were going like, yay, and some teachers were going like, ah. But those that knew that they had to go back were concerned. The individuals who didn't have students showing up were like going like, yes, I don't have to go. And all of a sudden, all they've been receiving throughout the weekend is you have to show up. So what happens, Judge, is that they're being pulled this way, they're being pulled that way. They're going here, they're going there, and they don't know which way to turn. And I would dare say that it's a lack of leadership. It's something that y'all don't have out there in Hidalgo in regards to Edinburgh or McAllen, because they've got a game plan. What happens, Judge, when you don't have a game plan?
You need to have a game plan. Otherwise, everything just you can't do anything without a game plan. Yeah, I can tell you. At least, like I said, I don't know much about what's going on at Brownsville ISD, but looking at the courts, for example, we've got a game plan from now to December. We're already looking at what is it going to be like in December, and we'll have a board of judges meeting on October 8th, so we can look at what's going to happen after December. What are we going to do? We're going to have some benchmarks, which is part of any plan in a situation like this. You need to have plan A, B, C, D, all the way to Z if necessary, so that you can keep people safe.
Well, yeah, a game plan is everything, and it seems that y'all have been, on par, working to keep your staff and individuals that need to go through the process safe, and that's very, very commendable. Judge, we're going to bore you with school stuff because a lot of teachers are coming on. You have any last words or anything else that you want to say out there to people? I know there's some people that actually know who you are on here.
Well, good. Well, just for anybody that's from Hidalgo County, go ahead and follow me on Facebook. My website has a direct link, judgefonseca.com. We're trying to make a change in Hidalgo County and have a different type of judge that's not going to favor anybody other than the Constitution and the law. So if you're interested in that, keep me in mind for November.
Judge, thank you for coming on so quickly today, being a special guest. And I do have, believe this or not, I do have people in Hidalgo County. I do reach them that way. So, Judge, we're going to be sending them your way so that you have the opportunity to go share information with them. Judge, thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Thank you for coming on. Have a great week and stay safe.
You too. Thank you both.
Take care, Judge.
That was Judge Fonseca. Guys, if you have the chance, you live out there, follow him, have him the opportunity to speak his mind. All right, guys. What the hell is going on with the district, guys?
Oh, man. Erasmo, I think everybody has hit the wall, man. Everybody has hit the wall. And you know what? Nobody's doing anything administratively wise. Nobody here is going out there and swinging the bat for the employees. Plain and simple.
Well, let me tell you, Carlos, and something that Jesus Baker said, we are always late because our board didn't even bother to file a waiver to keep us doing distance learning. You are right. I have yet to see one shred of evidence that they actually filed a waiver. Guys, they filed no waiver. And I'm challenging them to produce the damn waiver. Show us the money. Show us the damn waiver. But you know what they did do, Carlos? They were very quick to say, well, let us show you the letter that we sent to Senator Lucio. That letter came a day before the meeting. That conversation. So,
and I'm sorry to interrupt, but the letter from the senator does not say that the school district has done their due diligence. They have not done their due diligence to make sure that they ask for the extra 4 weeks that is stipulated in TEA. They specifically say that they will give you 4 weeks of distance learning, okay? And then if the school district deems it necessary in the interest of the health and safety of the school district and its employees and its children, then they can submit another waiver for an extra 4 weeks, Erasmo. They failed to do that. So they have to force people to go back to the school district. This is where your current board members and the people that are going out there and asking for your vote, especially the guy who's running against me, Little Eddie, is going out there and saying, we've done everything. I am a legend within the police department because I retired after 34 years, yet you have no fortitude to be able to stand up, not very high, stand up and say, this is in the best interest of the children of the school district. And I will go up there and say, even if I'm the only, I put my name on it. Edelmiro, Eddie Garcia stands up and says, this is in the best interest of the school district and the employees. And I am going to say, we must give 4 extra weeks of distance learning so we can protect our children and especially our staff. Guess what? That didn't happen, Erasmo.
No.
That did not happen.
Let me tell you what bothers me about little Eddie. Little Eddie, he's one of those little rat mutts. Little rat mutts, you know, unas rat mutts todo apellido perrillo que, you know, que barks. You know, he used to bark a lot because he had a badge and a gun. He lost his badge and his gun because they were going to kick his ass out of the police department. So he has to go get appointed to different little boards by his family members. And, you know, as a favor, gets appointed to the BISD board. And it's all bark. It's all bark. No bite whatsoever. And you know what really is pathetic? That the piece of crap goes on there and, you know, makes a fake Facebook page. And, you know, that's where he wants to prove that he's a big man. Oh, throwing stories. Oh, Erasmo's heard vile rumors against Erasmo and everything. Shut up, you mutt, you rat mutt. You were appointed by Sylvia Atkinson. Everything you have, you're exactly like my opponent. Everything you have has been given to you just because of the people that your family members. That's the only reason you have anything. You've had anything, imbecile. Not even man enough to stand up, or unless you're sitting down all the time. I can't tell because you're so damn short. I don't know. Stand up for yourself and go out there and put your name and face to the stuff that you post. You rat mutt imbecile. There's no vile rumors. Vile rumors. That's all they are, imbecile. Vile, stupid rumors. Chapaneco. Perro chafa. Erasmo Frankie, today is my anniversary. Hey, happy anniversary, Sergio. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary to you and many more. Let me goodness gracious. Let me share with people. See, this is what has me a little bit confused out there, guys. First of all, this is one of the first things that was thrown out there in regards to, you know, until it is deemed scientifically verified that it is safe to return to in-person instructions. Guys, is it scientifically proven to be safe?
Absolutely not.
In order to go back face to face.
Who signed that, Erasmo?
Oh, right there, Minerva Peña.
Oh my gosh. Who else?
Priscilla Catepton. This
God.
came
So
from the board. Edelmiro, Philip, Sylvia, Eddie, Ladru. This came from the board. So until it is scientifically verified that it is safe to return to in-person instruction, all BISD schools shall remain closed for on-campus face-to-face instruction for all school-age students and shall not reopen for face-to-face instruction until further discussion and the determination that it is safe for students. Has anyone determined that it is safe? And guys, students are going back starting tomorrow. Has anyone determined that it is safe? On November 4th, if teachers and kids are dying and all three of you are elected to the school board, will you immediately shut down schools? No one should be on campus. A lickety split. No one is going to get COVID-19 on campuses with me as president of the BISD school board. No one. No one. No one will get COVID-19 on campus. They could get it at home. They could get it, as you mentioned, Rodney, on the beach, at Walmart, at HEB. They could get it there. But I'm going to guarantee you one, and I'm going to promise my community one thing. No one, after November the 3rd, no one is going to get COVID-19 on campus. No one. And you know how I could make that promise? No one's going back on campus.
Nope.
No one is going back on campus. So if they go get it at HEB, it's on them. If they go get it at the beach, it's on them. But as an educational entity that has an elective board, hell no, we won't go. Why is that so hard? I mean, I don't get it. Why is that so difficult? Why is it keeping the employees safe, keeping the staff safe? Why is that so hard for these individuals? I just don't get it.
You want me to tell you, Erasmo?
Yeah.
You know why it's so difficult? Because that means that they will have to say that they have screwed up and that you were right. And they hate the fact that you're right and they have been wrong for so many months now. But yes, yet, it's easier, como dice, es mejor pedir perdón
que pedir permiso.
That's right.
Guys, this is the other thing that was sent out on Friday. And I mean, I might not too smart, but y'all correct me if I'm wrong. This was sent out on Friday by Dr. Gutierrez. Classroom teachers who have no students coming into face-to-face. There will be flexibility for these individuals. Teachers with no students coming into face-to-face instruction will have the flexibility of to work from where? Remotely from home, or may choose to work from their classrooms. Carlos, that's what he said on Friday in a memo. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, if that's the case, then why are principals sending this? Why is everyone working from campus tomorrow?
You see, I mean, it's poor leadership, man.
In all schools, Hannah, we just posted Hannah's, just posted Perkins. All schools, everyone, all staff are going back on campus tomorrow. For what?
For what?
For what? See, that's what I don't get, guys. For what? For training? To do what they were already doing at home?
You know what this is, Erasmo? This is just like back when Hitler was in reign. They're putting in our BIZ staff into those trains that are going to take them to the gas chamber. That's what they're doing. And Hitler told their deputies and their AAs to follow directive and to put every BIZ student into the train that's going to take them into the gas chamber. That's what this is. That's what this is doing. They do not care about anybody else other than whatever Hitler said. In this case, Hitler, you can say it's Minerva Peña or Cowan or Sylvia or anybody of those. Drew, Prissy. Those are your Hitlers of the school district. They are forcing the superintendent to put our staff and our kids into the train that's going to take them to the gas chamber. And we know, because of history, what happens to those individuals. It needs to stop, man.
I actually saw a meme of Drew with a little Hitler mustache. It was funny. Erasmo, when Sylvia's in prison and she wants a conjugal visit, will you visit her? Yeah. Of course. They showed us the first wave. They showed us the first wave before school started. Crazy. If you were in hell and the devil said you had to have a threesome, who would you pick? I would pick Sylvia. Oh, with the devil included or with not the devil? If it's just me, Sylvia, and the devil?
I thought it was one. What are the? Is it the same person?
Pretty hard situation. But if it's three people, I would probably do.
Minerva Peña.
Huh?
Minerva Peña.
No. No, I'm actually trying to think of someone that I'd probably want to have a threesome with, but just can't click into my head. I can't think of anyone. And guys, I do want to win an election. BI's leadership is accessible of incompetence, and the employees are trying to keep our heads above. Who is it to blame? The public has been ignorant for too long. We have the lower voter yes. But you know what about hombre? Believe this or not, I have faith that this time around, people are going to be very surprised at how many teachers, staff, and parents are going to come out and vote. I think people are going to be very, very surprised. Sylvia, Drew, and Peña. Oh. Well, maybe if I was in hell, I mean, I'd probably be paying for something that I've done in my life. Well, yeah. But that would be heaven for them. It wouldn't be hell for them. Best quote, Carlos, plain and simple. Or Erasmo, look, it's simple. Poll begins now. Oh, good. What about goodness gracious, no? What happened to Frankie? I don't know. Says he didn't pay his internet bill. Shut up, Tapon! Mendigo Tapon. I hate cowards. El Tapon is a coward. Look, say what you want to say about Erasmo Castro, Tapon. Say it with your face on your page. Because you got little hands and you got little feet and you go around telling big lies, Tapon. Say it with your face. Why hide behind a fake Facebook page, you imbecile, Tapon, chapaneco? Yeah. Bullcrap, Tapon. Who do you think is going to win for president? Trump. Carlos?
I agree.
There's no way that Biden is going to beat Trump. Sorry, guys. There's no way. I mean, Biden doesn't even remember what day of the week it is. Well, I don't either, but it's because I actually work. Carlos, your sign on intersection of Honeydale and Los Everos is covered with overgrown grass. One can only see the top of the sign. I saw that actually.
Thank you, Rocco. I'll go by tomorrow.
Where's John White? John White, we need you, John White. He's probably
Where is he?
He's in Facebook jail again. And John White and I have a date. How is college access class a luxury at early college high school? Let me tell you, a lot of my students out there are very PO'd. Very, very, very PO'd because they're decimating. They're taking away a lot of their classes. I had one student write out an amazing, beautiful little article out there where they took away one of the nurses up at Hannah that was out there, preparing them, teaching them for class. It's very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate that all this is happening in the middle of a pandemic when everything and everyone out there is scrambling. Everyone out there is scrambling to make ends meet, to figure out what's going to happen, what's going to do. It's just not a good situation, man. And I'm sorry, we have no leadership at BIZ. Good afternoon, guys. Fernando, what's up, man? Fire Norma Canales. The school board has no authority to shut down the schools. Only TA. I'm going to disagree with you. Can the school board shut down the schools? Yes. 100%.
Yep.
And again, guys, listen to what I'm saying. All vested power lies on the local authority. My dad works for BISD as a custodian. I fear for his safety. So do I.
Yeah,
so
me too.
Because they have thrown our custodial staff, our food nutritional staff, into the fire with no PPE, no concern for underlying conditions, no concern for other health issues. I mean, look, guys, I posted the pictures where this Edinburgh person put our food nutritional services out in the hot sun without a canopy, with the inclements of the weather. Do they care? They don't care. They're in their air conditioning little offices out there at the district, at the Glass Palace. They don't care. They don't care that our people have to wear all black in Brownsville heat, distributing food. They don't care. Eras. Love you. Chapaneco. Tapón. Love your sentido de humor. Thank you, Kitty. Love you. Keep our teachers safe and staff. And what happens when kids come first? This board members, they do not care. Well, see, that's the problem, guys. And look, let me say this, and I'll say this again. This is the most important race, I think, in the history of our community. Because in the middle of this pandemic that may drag on for months to come, do you want, guys, 2 more years of little Eddie, of Minerva Peña, of Drew Brown, of Prissy Roca-Tipton? It's your call. Guys, if we are not voted in, nothing changes. Absolutely nothing changes. Trump, for nothing. Never good to have too many yes people on board. 100%. Stupid. They are on a power trip. 100%. Most teachers are at work already. Ronnie, most teachers have not stopped working. Period.
Exactly right.
They have not stopped working. The worst is they're making teachers' children come with them. It makes
that was a stupid idea. Stupid idea. You know, and again, it's Auschwitz again. Auschwitz at BISD. And Hitler is your current board. That's what's happening. And yet they want to invite the kids with them. It's ridiculous.
La Feria is staff and students start face-to-face instruction tomorrow. Superintendent is not waiting for Thursday's meeting. Let me tell you guys, I'm very concerned, and I haven't shared that little flyer that is being sent out. That's the breaking news that I was referring to. There's a flyer going out that there's going to be a meeting with Ruben Cortez and Mike Morath in regards to maybe some recommendations for schools opening up here in Rio Grande Valley, Laredo, and Victoria. Guys, don't get your hopes up. Do not get your hopes up, guys. And I'm concerned because a lot of people have been sending to me, and I tell them the same thing. Guys, do not get your hopes up. Remember, a lot of people thought that they weren't coming to school on Monday, and guess what? They're coming to school on Monday. A lot of people thought that they were going to get $5,000 raise. And guess what? They didn't get $5,000 raise. A lot of people thought that all this was going to get taken care of with State Senator Lucio's town hall with Mike Morath. Nothing came from it. They answered 4 questions. And none of those questions were of concern to our staff, our parents, or our students. So I know the flyer's out there and it says breaking news and it sounds amazing, guys. Let's wait.
Amazing.
Don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up. Let's wait till Thursday. And then if we hear good news, great. if we hear bad news, should have expected it already. What I'm concerned with is not Thursday's meeting. I'm concerned with tomorrow and what that's going to mean to our community here in Brownsville. Super evil. Evil. Will Sylvia need commissary money? Ronnie Brown is sending her commissary money. So, no, she's taken care of. All in danger. Why are the principals getting away with contradicting the superintendent's directive? Because the superintendent lies. It was the superintendent via the area superintendents saying verbally, you get those people on campus. They're adamant. Little Eddie, Minerva, they're all adamant. They want people back on campus. Really? You comparing BISD with Hitler? No, just true. Can you talk about the situation at Rivera? Carlos, you want to take a bite at Rivera?
Sure. Someone came out that's positive with the COVID and has been among us, walking among us. So now they're going to force over 300 employees back to that school district. And yet they haven't used the Cowan machines to disinfect the place. So what does that do to the staff that's going to be forced to go tomorrow? And you saw the emails that were being sent today. What? Not even 12 hours before they have to be there? Or less than 12 hours. Yet they haven't used the Cowan disinfecting machines, the $2 million machines, to be able to make sure that they secure that facility for the incoming over 350 employees and 18 students. That's what's happening there. They have a positive COVID employee, yet the principal and the AA refuse to shut the school down because they're under the directive of Hitler, Rene Gutierrez, and the current board to make sure they put everybody on that train and send them to Rivera High School. And hopefully they don't get sick.
Sorry, the Hitler of today is not administration. It's the President Trump. He's the actual one, the manipulation, and said no open schools, no funding. Y'all not mentioned that part, Mr. Castro. Let me say, I did not come up with a Hitler analogy. With that said, I have blasted President Trump and Betsy DeVos for the stupidities that they've stated. Again, I was one of the ones that promoted when she made the mistake of saying that only 2.5% of our students were going to die. It's 15,000 students. I mean, and I actually helped out in regards to the protest against what Betsy DeVos stated on campus, on BISD Glass Palace. So, yeah, I've called out Trump, Milo. I've called up Trump. I've called out Betsy DeVos. I've called out Governor Abbott. I speak with Governor Abbott once a week, every Saturday, Saturday evening. You know, I text him or I call him, Greggy, and I say, "Hey, Greggy, what's going on? What are you doing?"
¿Qué pasa, amigo?
Erasmo, what do you mean? So no, I let them have it as well, Milo. I'm not covering for anyone, not even Trump. What happened at Rivera? Confusion. Erasmo Carlos es simple, que no se reporte nadie simple. What will they do? They can't replace everyone, right? Vale más la vida que un trabajo. Well, unfortunately, Ramiro, está llegando a eso, porque mucho personal ya está llamando que no van a querer regresar. Una de las cosas por las cuales sacaron esta noticia acá arriba, la que pusimos, fue porque ellos habían dicho que había dicho que como 300, 400 personas estaban pidiendo el beneficio del gobierno de quedarse en casa. So dijeron, no, siempre sí, pueden quedarse en casa y puras mentiras. Ni lo mande Dios, mejor traten de sacarles el demonio a esos board members. Dios nos libre con toda esta gente, amen. Oh my God, please say it ain't so. No. Philip has puntos calientes for the Manajatu. President Trump threatens schools to open or he will cut monies, even with the virus. Yeah, but he's extending. Look, Trump is hocicón. You know that. Trump sometimes says stuff nomás por decirlo. Going to build a wall and Mexico's going to pay for it. Remember that one? Mexico ain't going to pay for crap. Come on, man. I mean, guys just an hocicón. It's not threatening. It's just Trump. That's the way he talks. People need to understand this. That's the way he talks. We're going to cut all the funding. Trump. I'm not saying it's right. It's just Trump. Frankie is with Las Cougars getting las votes. Sylvia! Rose Longoria's niece is the one student in the teacher handbook. Will you trust on the leadership and ethics of a person who only accomplishes is to get her niece on the handbook? No, bitch it up. If reopening the school should be based on local board-based decision on the best information, why don't we have rapid testing for employees run by district to ensure safety? Would you approve this plan? Let me tell you. Well, I'll give you my take. No, because there's going to be absolutely zero need for employee testing because everyone should be at home. No one should be on campus. So there's no need for rapid testing when you have your buildings closed. Closed! Oh, don't forget your Coach Joe's 3 W's. Wipe, wax, and wash. Trump said children are practically immune to the virus. That's not right. 100% not right. One thing that hasn't been thought of, that one student in math, reading, English, science, social studies, now all go to elective classes. The teacher now has 5 students in their class. Like what the judge said, it's a petri dish. Is Stilettos open? Yes. How much is it to sanitize the dancers? Love you long time for $10.
Make a lot of money.
Let's write. It's a song. Love you long time, $10. No? Let's write the Gallas. Not the only one closing down classes. Yes, I agree. It's all Rose Longoria. And look, and I like Miss Canales, and I'm afraid that she's taking hits, diokis for Rose Longoria.
I respect the lady. I get it. Erasmo, you're right. I respect the lady, but you know what? Take the hits for your staff. That's over 350 strong at Rivera. Not for one person who's Rose Longoria, who's coming down with the directive from Rene Gutierrez and the 2 deputies. Take your hits for 350 and over 2,500 children in that school, not for Rose Longoria. It's just what happened, Erasmo. I had someone call me and tell me, and I'm going to read verbatim. It says, I find it interesting that Rivera High School has chosen to close an established college access program taught by an experienced teacher. Open quotations. The teacher who was assigned this program after I was removed has been told it will not be offered again next year because the class is a luxury we cannot afford while simultaneously opening the exact same class at Veterans Memorial High School. If I was a parent of a college-bound student at Rivera, I would have some serious questions for BIZ about now, or about how they value my child's future compared to the student at Veterans Memorial. This is your principal at Rivera High School. She needs to stand up for
I'll tell you what's happening. They're discriminating against our poor students out there.
That's exactly right.
They're discriminating against our poor students. No es por nada, but it seems that they want to throw everything towards veterans way, and they want to take everything. They wanted to take the Fine Arts Academy from Lopez. Now they're trying to take our, college prep teachers out from Rivera. What's next? They're going to take the cowboy out of Porter and put a penguin? What's next? I mean, to what degree would these corrupt board members, go. And and let me tell you what they're counting on, folks. They're counting on that Rivera parents. They're not going to say anything. That's what they're counting on. And I want my Rivera parents. I want my Lopez High School parents. I want my Porter parents, everyone, to go out there and call the superintendent and let them know what a crappy job he's doing. How in the pandemic, they're also taking away their most important teachers out there. Sorry, Carlos.
548-8011, superintendent's number.
548, yeah?
Call him. 8011.
8011. 548-8011. 548-8011.
Confirm it because we don't want to be calling someone else all the. Yeah, 548-8011. Superintendent, call him. Tell him your concerns. Tell him he should be doing what he needs to be doing for all schools, for all employees, and for all kids. 548-8011. What do you call him, Erasmo? The turtle dancing, the turtle riding superintendent? Call him and let him know. 548-8011.
Tell him to get off that damn turtle. Vote 5 to stay alive. Yeah, I do my best to avoid any Holocaust or any Hitler analogies. But that's just me. Board members se fueron en un viaje. Foxtrot uniform, Charlie, Kilo, Tango, Romeo, uniform, Mike, Papa. Carlos for mayor. My wife is working right now, plus Lorena will be going as well. Joe Biden for president, Erasmo Carlos for vice president, Frankie for security. el que checa las bachas ahí en la entrada. I thought this pandemic would make people more humane and understanding and flexible for the sake of our health, most importantly, mental health, and everyone, including our students, but it is opposite. BISD heads have become more evil. Yeah. I've worked at other districts, and it saddens me that I would hesitate in working for BISD just because I fear for my safety. When I vote this November and that things get better with you guys are there, then I would be more than happy to work as an instructor. Tanya, everything changes November the 3rd. And let me tell you guys, you have to work this. You have to work this as hard or even harder than we're working this. You have to work this because never, ever, ever in the history of our city has so much been riding on 5 seats. So much has been riding on 5 seats as it is today. And I'll include not only academics, sports or fine arts, but health, well-being, and some lives. Simple. Lucio's illegal gambling hall is doing good. Let me tell you, that's crazy. I know what you're talking about. Like you said, the voters have to vote for all the 4 of you to make a difference. People of Brownsville have raised their voice, and they need to keep raising it. Yes, and that's why we need you to go out there and make sure everyone goes out and votes. Goes out and votes. Is TA still working from home? 100%. Puro ramen noodles for lunch. Threesome with God, the devil, and Pinocchio. Can we get an amen? All they want is the funding. Yeah, 44 more days. Angelo, yes! I love a man that can count because I have trouble. The same thing that happened to Vestedo. 9 employees got sick in just a few days. Exactly. An outbreak. An outbreak. Erasmo, skinny dip at Boca Chica if you win. Trust me, it would not be pleasant for anyone. Sería horrible. Sería horrible. I wouldn't be doing anyone any favors. Trust me. No respect for life. That's true. Fabuloso cleans everything, and Paiso just got approved for kill coronavirus on hard services. Hey, Vicks Vaporub is also good too, right here. Yeah, right, cálmate. If all faculty and staff are being forced to go on campus, then the teachers, kids who cannot stay at home alone have to be forced to go to their home campuses. Not enough time to secure a space at the daycare. They control numbers too, and some have daycare kids since April. Of course, that will be the kids if you make B.I. Steve go back. Erasmo 2020. Love you, Christian. Guys, again, teachers, well, we have a lot of y'all on here. Come pick up some N95 masks. You should have picked them up this weekend because tomorrow you're in trouble.
Yep.
So teachers that are on campus now are going back tomorrow and you've gotten your mask, tell your coworkers, come by the office and pick up masks. I'll be here all day tomorrow, Monday. I'll be here Tuesday for half a day. I'm so confused. Are students going back September 28th or November the 28th? Let's see if Super Gutierrez will make classroom visits. No. The student's back to make sure that his directives are being followed. Not a day in hell. He will not do that, Shannon. You know that. This weekend, Brownsville seemed like there was no COVID. 79 people on here, included the jailbirds, stayed at home, or it was only when it was convenient for those fear-mongering were crazy. Todo queda que cada persona lleve 2 minutos, mínimo 2 más a votar y que hagamos historia votando en grande. Amen, Mario. Bring kids to school like bringing the Twin Towers down again.
Oh.
Our numbers. Hey, the Sylvia mob is going to try and rig the election. Yeah, she's crazy. Erasmo, take your cats to the Glass Palace. Never! I love my cats. Harlingen had a Karen at Golden Corral. God help us all. Call him and say, get your ass off your turtle and do something good for our district. Vote is the word, bird. Deben proteger a todos por el bien de todos y no arriesgarse a nadie y no estar inventando que pueda suceder. Tenga cuidado. How many people on this page tonight are registered to vote and will vote? I'm going to open my windows tomorrow. I don't have windows. Tomorrow we're going to report half a day just to close ourselves in our classroom and watch a visual training. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Carlos, use your head to blind little Eddie. El puro reflejo. People really need to do their research. Stop listening to the fake media. Trump and Erasmo 2020. Preach! Thank you, Michael. Love you. Saludos, Erasmo y Carlos. Saludos. Registre a votar. Also, pueden llamar al número que está en la pantalla. Mail-in ballots para pedir por medio del correo su boleto para votar. 544-0809. 544-0809. Sergio. Will substitutes have a job? No. Maybe. It all depends. What I heard was that it all depends on how many teachers actually call out or ask for FMLA. Then some are. I am. And do your census and count everyone of us, especially funds for our children. Yes. Throw your cat to call Minerva on her ass. Guys, speaking about voting, next week we will have a voter registration drive. Well, we will. AOBE we will be there to do a meet and greet. AOBE sponsored voter registration drive at Dairy Queen on Boca Chica in the back. So stop by. I'll be putting the flyer on my page. Come by, say hi, pick up some cookies, and leave a donation.
Enrich them.
Oh, yes. Also, on the 22nd of September, we will be having a parade. Gear up. All the way from Porter, all the way to the university and back to Porter. September 22nd. A pitada parade.
Yo me voy a ir en la chisca.
¿Eh?
Yo me voy a ir en la chisca.
When can we get back to badly parked cars and lost dogs? Hey, I did a lost cat today. I still do lost dogs. Badly parked cars, I don't have anymore. The winds have changed upon us. Remember November 3rd, peeps. 100%. Papi Trump, when? Hopefully October. Prayers for change to come. Preach, Veronica Hermosa. The celebration will be a Jack in the Box. Yes. I heard your opponent is giving away free hot dog. This is how stupid my opponent is. My opponent, in the middle of a pandemic, wants to give away free hot dogs. Well, guess what, Danny? Erasmo's giving away N95 masks. That's the difference. She wants to give you a damn hot dog. A damn hot dog. I'm offering you an N95 mask because I care for your health, your well-being, your safety, and the life of your children, because we make up this community. We make up the 98.5%. She is so out of tune with my people because she is part of that 1.5%. Les aviento el wine y todos se ponen contentos. Ahí les va el wine.
Oye, Erasmo, but is it a Nathan's or not?
No, hombre, es ese Bar G, the one that Lopez gets like 5 cents a package.
Entonces, no. Yo iba a votar por ella if it was a Nathan's Weenie.
My middle name is Nathan. Guys, what a coincidence. She wants to give you a damn weenie. You got a choice. You go pick up her weenie, or you go pick up an N95 mask. Come on, Danny. You're making it too easy for me, Danny. Free ice cream on you. On you? No, on you. Which Dairy Queen? There are two on Boca Chica. The one where Chick-fil-A is at. Cuatro esquinas. We need a pitada when y'all win. Yes! Los hot dogs at Sam's Club eran mamalooks. Oh, yeah, those were pretty good.
Yep.
Those were like the footlongers. Hot dogs are gross. Do you know what they put in hot dogs? My gosh. Carlos Elizondo. When is Drew and the other one? 2 years. Yo voy a ir a la Verula también, Carlos. Ir a la Verula. But she's not even a board member y ya les andan dando el winner.
Yeah. Make a song about it, Richard. Make a song.
Hey, Richard, do a weenie song. She got the weenie, we got the mask. She got the weenie, we got the mask. She's got the weenie, we got the mask. Hey, did you hear the H&H chorizo is making a comeback?
Hey, you know what? That was pretty good, man. H&H was really good too, dude.
It was good, but I think Yasmin was doing a funny.
No, he was doing a funny, but it was good.
So what if we don't go into tomorrow because we care about the safety of ourselves and our loved ones? File FMLA.
Erasmo, a suggestion on that one right there. You know what? Have every individual who's being forced to go to school to send an email to their principals and telling them that they don't feel safe going back to school. So that way it's on. So that way it's on record, Erasmo, that they were being forced to go to school and they don't feel safe going back to school. And if they get the COVID, they have some legal, maybe outcomes that they can use.
Documentation. Drew has really learned from the Adams family. Da-da-da-dan.
Dun, dun,
Da-da-da-dan. 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 The cookie and the
dun, dun,
and
dun,
very
dun,
sweet.
dun, dun,
The
dun.
true and
Alert,
free
alert.
Stephen. Biden Harris 2020. Hey, does Lolita, what's happening, Lolita? I don't
Hey, Doze. Hey, Doze.
need a mask, Erasmo. Can I go by and get one? Are you working for the district or working for a school? Yes.
Look, Erasmo.
Eso, fregones! That's the kind of work Brownsville needs. Esa es la buena. Dun, 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 dun. To have voter registration drive, one smart move plus educated, great future. Preach. Ricardo's on international. Oh God, they have great food. Great.
Yeah.
Remember, guys, on the 22nd we got a Gear Up parade, and 26th. Will your opponent eat the wieners too? No, she's not going to. She's puro caviar. She's not
Like
going.
Gowan?
She's probably never eaten a weenie in her life. Well,
Just like Gowan, the city commissioner that wanted to ban weenies at the stadium?
no, I wasn't making it funny, but it's for real. They're making a comeback.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
yeah. H&H chorizo is really good.
People are being forced. Carlos, last words.
Guys, just stay safe. Remember, tomorrow is a day of infamy for most of our BISD family. Make sure that you keep safe. Stay 6 feet apart as much as you can. Stay within your own classroom. Make sure your principals understand that you don't feel safe and that you feel that you should not be forced to be there. Because the district at this point in time cannot guarantee your safety or your kid's safety if you're taking that child with you to the workplace. If you have any issues, please call it Castro or even message me as well too. Stay safe, guys.
Guys, stay safe. Stay safe tomorrow. Guys, my prayers for everyone out there tomorrow. Again, Erasmo es el López Obrador de bronce. I'm very concerned. I've been taking of myself, and I've been COVID free. Yeah, you've been taking care of yourself. After tomorrow, I'm very concerned. Yeah, I be too. Erasmo, can we just go for the free food and use her? Right, sure. I mean, it's like she's been out there, not getting everything in her life for free. Go for it, bro. And me traes uno a mí también, una raspa, un weenie. Y raspa, weenie y elote. Pura mazorca. Raspa, weenie y elote. Me lo traes también uno a mí. Dile, cuando vayas, Ángelo, dile, necesito llevar una para mi amigo, el queso. Y me traes un weenie, una raspa y un elote.
In that order.
Thank you. Love you, Angelo. Isn't this the guy that was drunk in Whataburger? He's an embarrassment, and y'all support him. This is who you want representing BISD. He's an embarrassment and hypocrite. I usually post for my own page too. And now I fall asleep in Jack in the Box. Stupid. This guy is the type of idiot who would rather get screwed over by Sylvia Atkinson with her collection of big things out there every day, steal from your family, steal from your children, and I was all happy about it. Yeah, keep on giving me more while I'm asleep, while I'm awake. Imbecile, stupid. Get a real account, you imbecile. I bet you have. No weenies, board members need them. Parents, make a stand and do not send the kids back home. Good night, gentlemen. Armando, good night. Tomorrow, teachers, please stay safe. Prayers for all teachers. 100%. Erasmo, please demand answers for us. We can't get any straight answers at any level. I promise. Tomorrow, I will be on it. I will do my best. Guys, stay safe. Be good to each other. And please continue to be good to me. Tomorrow, pick up your masks, N95s.